Good morning, children. Welcome back to the social session. Children, in the last class, we tried to understand about the renewable and non-renewable resources, and we also have classified the different kinds of minerals and metals. And we further talked about the minerals available in Telangana region. And because we belong to this state, we must know what kind of minerals are available in Telangana. And I gave you a list of the minerals which are available in Telangana. Right from the sponge iron, that is a low quality of sponge iron ore, limestone, dolomite, manganese, quartz, barytes, clays, uranium, black color granite. So these are the different kinds of minerals which are available in the Telangana. And apart from that, I told you groundwater is also a kind of resource, children. Groundwater also. So these all include for the development of the state. So when it comes to the distribution of these resources across the country, the state is endowed with a number of medium grade iron ore deposits in the Bayaram Forest Reserve area, which is located in the Mahbubabad district now. Previously Khammam and Warangal, old Warangal district border area, this Bayaram forest area, in the reserve forest area, these iron ore deposits are present. So apart from that, scattered iron ore deposits are also present at the Peddapalli and Manchiryal districts. Vast limestone deposits are being mined by cement industries in Nalgonda, Vikarabad, Peddapalli, Manchiryal region, that is in the Manchiryal districts. The tan brown granite deposits are found in Karimnagar district, which is unique and being exported on a large scale by private sector companies even to the foreign countries also. So even to the Southeast Asian countries and to China, this tan brown color granite is being exported. And Tandur blue stone, polished what we call limestone slab stone, Shabad stone we call it as. So he is used for flooring in famous in South India, and this is available in Vikarabad district. And uranium deposits are found in Lambapur, Pulicherla, Nammapuram, and even at the Yellapuram villages of Nalgonda district. So uranium deposits are not being extracted right now because it poses a threat to the villages, nearby villages, and to the entire area. Pollution may occur. For that reason, the uranium deposits are not extracted, but they are present. Uranium is present in the Nalgonda district of Telangana. Large scale uranium deposits are present. So Telangana is the only state in the entire South India that contains vast deposits of coal, and they are being mined by Singareni Collieries Company Limited. So you know it very well, Singareni, SCCL, Singareni Collieries Company Limited. Singareni Collieries Company Limited is a company which mines the coal in Telangana region. So this coal is used in the production of the electricity and in the production of energy in other industries also. Even cement industry requires coal, and even iron and steel industry also requires coal. Smelting, aluminium smelting industry requires, fertilizer industry require. All industries require coal for the generation of the electricity and for the generation of the energy in their industries. So this is operated, this Singareni Collieries Company Limited operates the mining in two different regions, or in the two different ways. One is the open cast mining, and the another one is the underground casting, that is underground mining. So we can build underground tunnels in order to mine the coal which lie very deep, and this is called as underground mining. And there are also open cast mining, that is from the open area we keep on digging into the ground, okay, and we bring out the coal. So just as we use a drill or a bore well to get mineral water from the deep depths, so in the same way they keep on drilling. That means this hole is not a small hole like bore well, but it's a big hole to bring out the coal. So very deep tube wells are drilled to get the crude oil or natural gas into the ground, onto the ground. In many places this is done by drilling into the seabed, like the Bombay High near the Mumbai, from where the natural gas and petroleum we extract. Most of the mining practices result in disturbing the surface area. So it means cutting down the forest or destroying the fields and habitations, creating large pits or mounds. Mines also need large amounts of water to wash the minerals. This results in polluting the nearby rivers and water resources. This usually means that The older use of the land cannot be continued for the by the farmers or the tribal people, so it has come to an end. They have to leave the land and they have to migrate to a new place because of the mining. Even people who live nearby, they face problems created by the mining because of the pollution, air pollution, water pollution, and it becomes suffocating to live in such place. At the same time, mining employs a large number of people because it is a manual labor. With automation is very little, mechanization is very little in the Indian mining, whereas in foreign countries mostly it is done by the machines. So this mechanization is also very little, so a large number of laborers are also employed. They come to this area to live in the nearby areas and build new townships in this region. That is how the Bellampalli region, Manchiryal, Ramagundam, Godavari Kani, this is the region which got developed because of the mining. So it provides the people find the livelihood. So it thus provides today it provides nearly 10 lakh people in India and over 1 lakh people in Telangana dependent upon this mining. So the work of the miners is also very hazardous, okay, and as they are constantly exposed to the accidents, apart from inhaling or they inhale the poisonous gas under the ground, and substances which cause long-term health diseases or health damage also may happen because of the continuous or chronic exposure to the polluted environment. So this is how the mining employers suffer because of the facilities available to them. And apart from that, to whom do these minerals belong? So do they belong to the companies which extract, or they are the nation's wealth? Let us see in the next class about how do they belong to the nation in the next class. It's a vast discussion whether it is a nature provided this wealth for the nation development or for the individual's development in order to create the inequality between the rich and the poor. Thank you, children.